Say when. Oh, it's supposed to be a 15-second delay.
There is.
So is it on now?
You're just sitting down right
If you ever need a place, place your finger on that dial. Dial me up if you need a listening ear. Stay with me a while. We can sit out on the porch, play cards and drink a little beer, or not. Anything you want to do, we can do, 'cause you know you're always welcome here. But if you need to be alone, I got places I can go. I'll leave the key in the box. Come on over here and make yourself at home. When you need to be alone, I got places I can go. I'll leave the key in the box. Come on over here and make yourself at home. If you ever need a place, place your finger on that dial. Dial me up if you need a listening ear. Stay with me a while. Dial me up if you need a listening ear, or to stay with me a while. Okay, let's get Kate Isles back up here. She's in the kitchen watching the screen because she doesn't sing on that song. And, whoops.
Hi. Hey, everybody. How are you doing? Another week.
Oh, what are you barking about?
There might be a cute puppy coming up soon, but we'll see how that works out.
They're both underneath us right now.
Hope you're all doing well. It's Monday night again. We always love seeing you on Monday night. We look forward to it. We're connecting even though in this way. And here we are. So thanks for being with us.
That song was by request by Bob Cody, right up in Canada?
Phil and Diana.
Phil and Diana in England.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
As is the next
We'll
song.
get to Bob's in a little while. Phil
Yeah.
and Diana in England. Phil and Diana Stone in England. And they're watching it tomorrow morning.
Right. Hi, Phil. Hi, Diana.
And I'm hoping to get this on YouTube, because if they get it on YouTube, they told me they can watch it on their television.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll be on TV in England tomorrow morning. This is called Bird Song. Lisa had a little bird when she was going into third. He sang his bird song from a cage right beside the old buffet. He danced upon a swinging perch when he saw her coming in from church. She fed him berries that her mom and dad had picked that day. Sometimes she'd reach and turn the lock while making silly birdie talk. She'd move her hands so slowly as she slipped it through the gate. Her fingers brushed the dipping neck and hardly felt the gentle peck. Her lips were tickled inside from the dove sounds that she made. The innocence has gone to gray, the precious peace of yesterday, and how you wanna feel that way again. You think of what you gave away, can you get it back? Will you have to pay much more than it had cost you way back then? A distant mower buzzed somewhere. The sounds of summer filled the air. Her little brother pulled her hair. She said, "Go act your age." The kitchen window curtain blew. The scent of lilacs drifted through. She heard her mother call her. "You forgot to latch the cage." The innocence has gone to gray, the precious piece of yesterday, and how you wanna feel that way again. You think of what you gave away, can you get it back? Will you have to pay much more than it had cost you way back then? When a flash, her bird was gone, out the window and across the lawn, over border grass so long, into the forest there. She followed him into the trees, where the ferns were growing to her knees, and listened in futility to the bird songs everywhere. The innocence has gone to gray, the precious piece of yesterday, and how you wanna feel that way again. You think of what you gave away, can you get it back? Will you have to pay much more than it had cost you way back then? Lisa had a little bird when she was going into third. He sang his bird song from a cage right beside the old buffet.
All right, Phil and Diana, good morning.
And now that's for the Brits, now for the Canadians.
Right, we have something for Bob Cody and your friends in Canada. This is a song on our duet album that we rarely do live, but we've done it a few times now with this situation, and it's called
That's When I'll Whisper.
That's When I'll Whisper.
Won't raise your flag until I climb the highest hill.
Or take the curtain call while I'm auditioning still.
Won't try to tell you what my life has not shown true.
Or light the candle till it's lit for nobody but you.
So many lovers try to talk their way on through, as if by saying something it somehow makes them one from two.
Well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to lead you on by saying something long before the moment comes along.
We have spent more time together, sharing hopes and dreams, when we've tasted tears of loss and laughter and gone through our extremes.
When I'm more sure of who I am and who I am to you,
That's when I'll whisper. We have spent more time together, sharing hopes and dreams, when we've tasted tears of loss and laughter and gone through our extremes.
When I'm more sure of who I am and who I am to you,
that's when I'll whisper. So if I take an honest look inside my heart, and if I see I truly seek the best there is for you, not just for me.
and if I
Find a tender love that's genuine and true,
that's when I'll whisper. And if I
find a tender love that's genuine and true,
that's when I'll whisper.
that's when I'll whisper.
That's when I'll whisper. I love you. All right, that's for Bob Cody and our Canadian friends. So.
And probably for Eileen too.
Yeah.
Aileen, sorry.
So it's a little chilly here in Duluth. We're dressing for winter.
It's like in the low 60s.
It's pretty nice out, but it's a gray, cloudy day. Beautiful out there. The colors are just right. Blues and grays and the pine trees. Everything's green, so it's beautiful.
We thought since it's, we're going to do Memorial Day now?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
We thought since it's Memorial Day, we would do just a bit of a America song, and I went out today to the cemetery out on the hill where my folks are buried, and which is not far from where my mom was raised, up in Hunters Park in Duluth. It's called Park Hill Cemetery, and they're in the military section, and took a couple pictures, and then I went through some of our travel pictures over the years and found some pictures of places we've been around the country that we love so much, and because I found out that our streaming software has the ability to show a slideshow while we're singing. So, but I put it all together, had about 15, 20 slides, and then I found out there's a limit to how many slides you can show based on your computer's graphics card. And I just have a basic one in this computer. My new computer will be here in a couple of weeks. I'll have more capacity, but so I end up with I think it's only 5 or 6 slides. And so while we're singing this, just one verse of America the Beautiful, and America the Beautiful, we're going to show you some slides, and I'll tell you a little bit about them. There's one that's just a shoreline in California. There's one that's an old barn that's actually my great-grandparents' homestead in Leavenworth Township, Minnesota, and the barn from that. I had a picture of the house too, but it wasn't that good of a picture, cars and stuff in it. And then I think I've got a couple of them from the cemetery today, and I can't remember what else. I'll be seeing them on the screen here while we go through it too. So we'll get that started. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of gray, for purple mountain majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. So, I think we got the sound pretty well dialed in. Kate's going to go look at the screen right now in the other room and see if there's any comments about the sound, and the camera's all set, and so we're slowly evolving our system here. And when I get the new computer, we'll ramp it up, maybe even add some other features. And so what's our next song here? Shores of My Hometown.
Yeah, that's from Judy McLaughlin. Request.
Oh, request from Judy McLaughlin? All right. Hi, Judy.
Hi, Judy. This is, I always love singing this song. It's one of my most favorite. It's called Shores of My Hometown.
It's from my newest album, and it was based on a poem I wrote back when I was writing only poetry. And the other part of this poem actually became Wilderness Lady. So the poem ended up becoming two different songs. And both of them they start out on the shore. And the idea of this one is that, well, we'll just play this one. So here's the shores of my hometown. This is when the rock is at his best. This is when the rock sloughs off in the morning sun, and he's earned this day of rest under the feet of everyone. This is when the children come to play. This is where the lovers laid their blankets down, and the poet wagged his tail here on the shores of my hometown. And I wonder what the rock would say if river mouths could hold their tongues. Share an edgewise word from the day when he was young. Would he fill the lecture halls? Would he tear the trophies down? Or would he whisper soft and clear from the shores of my hometown? See that woman out there on the edge. See that man who's squinting in the water's glare. Is he looking for a sign? And does she know he's standing there? Look at how the winter's etched his face. See here how the Furies wore his shoulders down. Time and water take their toll here on the shores of my hometown. And I wonder what the rock would say if river mouths could hold their tongues. Share an edgewise word from the day when he was young. Would he fill the lecture halls? Would he tear the trophies down? soft and clear. From the shores of my hometown, from the shores of my hometown.
Thank you, Judy.
Thank you, Judy, for asking for that. I just realized I left my phone turned on. Somebody maybe sent me a message saying, "You don't know what you're doing."
Just pretend we're not here.
Paul and Dorothy. There's a mute button here somewhere. I always end up taking a screenshot when I'm trying to mute it. There we go. Notifications, blah, 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 blah. All right. So
now we have, Dylan. Did Dylan have a...
Yeah, so
our friend Bob?
in the song "Shores of My Hometown," I said, "This is where the children come to play. This is when the children come to play. This is where the lovers laid their blankets down, and the poet wagged his tail on the shores of my hometown." And that's a reference to Bob Dylan because he was a little boy here. So I'm thinking about he was a little pup here, and he wagged his tail like when he started getting inspired to create things, and so that's a reference to Bob Dylan, who was born here 79 years ago last night at around 9 o'clock at St. Mary's Hospital, which is 5 blocks and 10 years away from where I was born. So we thought we'd do a Bob Dylan song. We often do Boots of Spanish Leather, but we decided that we would do I Shall Be Released instead. I dropped my pick.
Oh, I don't even have a pick. I don't think I need one tonight.
Back in the saddle again. Don't try that on a moving train. If you're on a train and you drop your pick, let it go because, man, it's gone. Well, unless you're in the car and you drop it on the floor.
Yeah, then it's on the floor.
I just watched the, on Hulu, they have I just got the trial thing and then we kept it for a month. There's a National Geographic dramatization of called Genius. And the first season, which was 10 episodes, was Albert Einstein. And the second one was Picasso. And we just finished Picasso the other night. And pretty intense stuff. Pretty intense. And there's that one part about the moving train and light and everything. It was pretty fascinating. And so we're going to do Dylan's I Shall Be Released. I think the reason I like this song so much because, for one thing, because physically it's got this great chorus, that really sings out. But the idea that he's talking about somebody who's imprisoned, but he doesn't mention all your normal things about prison. If he would have, it would have been a country song. They say everything can be replaced, yet every distance is not near. So I remember every face of every man who put me here. I see my light come shining from the west unto the east. Any day now, I shall be released. They say every man needs protection. They say that every man must fall. So I swear I see my reflection somewhere so high above this wall. I see my light come shining from the west unto the east. down here next to me in this lonely crowd. There's a man who swears he's not to blame. All day long I hear him crying so loud, just shouting out that he was framed. I see my light come shining from the west unto the east. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. Any day now, any day now, I shall be released. Oh, oh, thank you. That's the best version you'll hear of that song during this live stream.
It feels quiet tonight. I looked at some notes. I'm really happy to see that you're with us. So I'll go back and do that a few more times. So I'd love to read them all while you're here, but we won't do that to you. But it's fun, and we're happy you're with us.
I'm going to do Wilderness Lady now, so I can talk about that a little bit. And
and this one again is one again is Judy's request, as well as Melissa. We know you miss your man, so this is for you, Melissa, too.
Melissa. That's that. She added that extra accent on the last syllable. So Wilderness Lady is about finding the muse. It's about a time in my life when I was down on the shore of Lake Superior writing and trying to sort out some things in my life, what I should do. And I kept getting these whiffs of ideas, and they were coming from somewhere, and I knew I had to take the journey to find out where they were coming from, or from where they were coming, in case I was going to get into the literary field. And so I named the muse the Wilderness Lady, and I'm speaking of finding that creative place in your imagination, the wilderness of your imagination. We've been getting a lot of wilderness hiking in Duluth, where we live, is a very, very wooded city, and we can just walk 2 blocks from our house, and there's a path that goes through the woods for a while. Then we cross this fairly busy street, and that's about a 45-mile-an-hour street down a hill, and then we cut up through the woods, and that's it for cars the rest of the hike until we get back to that spot again. And I discovered a new route today that took me way up over the hill and back, and so I love the woods. The woods are very good for you, and so here's about the woods in your mind. My hair's getting long, huh? I'm going to be doing my audition tape pretty soon for the role of Ebenezer Scrooge. So I don't know how much longer I'll need long hair, but we'll see how that goes. But if I get the role, I'm going to keep it growing all summer long. I'll be having the ponytail by fall. Well, I left my home with a heavy heart, from troubles dark and weighty, but the sweetest scent drifted across the sea from the land of the wilderness lady. As I set my sail, a headwind raged. It stressed my vessel greatly, but in times of calm, I close my eyes and I dream of my wilderness lady.
Will you find me here among the trees in my forest?
drop my anchor down in a crystal bay. And I thank the stars that led me. Then I swam ashore and I journeyed on to find my wilderness lady.
If you find me here among the trees in my forest, cool and shady, will you laugh with me 'neath this canopy? I will be your wilderness lady.
As nightfall came, I set up camp by a brook where it cascaded into the fragrant valley down below to fill the cup of my wilderness lady.
When you find me here among the trees in my forest, cool and shady, will you lay with me 'neath this canopy? I will be your wilderness lady.
In the early dawn, I heard her voice in that space between dreams and waking. Will you stay with me 'neath this canopy? And I will be your wilderness lady. Will you stay with me 'neath this canopy? And I will be your wilderness lady. Thank you. What we got next? Out of nowhere. Kate requests this song a lot. We played a little bit a lot higher than it's on the record. I don't know why I recorded it in that key, but
Oh well.
just so it'd be in the key of A,
Easier for
easier on the
other
fiddlers.
musicians, yeah.
Not that the one that played on that would need any help. So this is just called Out of Nowhere. Does it sound good?
Yeah, this is.
You were there, I could see you. You were here, you were next to me. When your hand was reaching toward me, I could feel it. Yeah, I could feel it. Out of nowhere you showed up, a single soul on the line. Out of nowhere I found you in the nick of time. Hey, 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 in the chasm between the mountains, in the pluming of the fountain. When you sat in the judge's chamber, I could feel it. Yeah, I could feel it. Out of nowhere you showed up, a single soul in the line. Out of nowhere I found you in the nick of time. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Out of nowhere you showed up, single soul in the line. Out of nowhere I found you, in the nick of time. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
Woo. I'm not seeing a lot of new comments, but
We have to.
I think they said the sound is good.
Good. I think we got the sound the way we want it now, and the camera too. This is the last week we're going to have this wall here, this living wall. That's actually owned by Sir Ben's. We've been taking care of it while they've been closed, and but they're getting ready to reopen at least for outdoor dining starting on
The first.
on the 1st of June. I wish it was sooner, and I have my opinions about that. As far as I think people are really safety conscious here, and just my feelings are that they could have done a different job of that. 'Cause I know some restaurateurs here that really would be careful, and they have enough room to spread everybody out, and
Well, we're just looking forward to it. I think everyone's ready.
Yep.
Very ready. So
and we'll
try
start
to support your local restaurants as much as possible before then by ordering online and over the phone. We kind of start craving. Sir Ben's treats us to a meal when we play there, and we go there as well. But we have some things that we love there. Their food's wonderful.
Just buying it and bringing it home instead.
Yeah.
And,
so we're going to share with you an Emmylou Harris song that she wrote. It's beautiful. It's called Boulder to Birmingham.
If you saw the Ken Burns Country Music Special, the segment with Emmylou Harris, you could hear her singing this song. It's about, she wrote it upon the passing of her dear friend Graham Parsons, and just think about that. I mean, he had a huge influence on many musicians, and died at 27 years old from chemical abuse. And but this is her tribute to him. Oh, sorry, that's me.
Right.
Yep, I'll let you get started here. Are you on the microphone close enough? You can have it. I don't need it.
I don't want to hear a love song. I got on this airplane just to fly, and I know there's life below me. But all that you can show me is the prairie and the sky. And I don't want to hear a sad story full of heartbreak and desire. The last time I felt like this, I was in the wilderness. I stood on the mountain. In the night I watched it burn. I watched it burn. I watched it burn. I would rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. I would hold my life in his saving grace. I would walk all the way from Boulder to Birmingham if I thought I could see your face. Well, you really got me this time. And the hardest part is knowing that I'm missing you. I've come to listen for the sound of the trucks as they move down that old 95. And I pretend that it's the ocean coming down to wash me clean, to wash me clean. Baby, do you know what I mean? I would rock my soul would hold my life in His saving grace. I would walk all the way from Boulder to Birmingham if I thought I could see your face. If I thought I could see your face.
Wow, you do a nice job with that song.
Thank you.
Wish you just sing everything you say.
Sing everything I say.
Yeah, instead of talking. Sing
Would you wish I
everything.
would do that all the time?
Bill,
Instead
do you want a cup of coffee?
Instead of Bill, Bill.
I react to that.
That is kind of singy though when I say Bill.
It's sort of singing, yeah, in a young June Carter Cash sort of way. Or maybe Minnie Pearl. Hattie.
Well, we have hobos in every set every time, so please sing along when we share with you, when Bill shares with you his song "Hobos in the Roundhouse." Because I'll be able to hear you. You know that, right?
All right. I'm going to dedicate this to Paul and Dorothy out in Paso Robles. They didn't request it. I'm just dedicating it to them. Or maybe they did request it and I haven't seen it yet. Nevertheless. From 7 to 7, every night of the week, fixing trains in the roundhouse, I work on my feet. And I told my children, I hope the bed bugs don't bite. And I got hobos sleeping in the roundhouse tonight. From Akron and Hinckley, and Prairie du Chien, they are soldiers and lawyers. I believe what they're saying. And I'll rouse them at 4 and they'll head down the line. My hobo's sleeping in the roundhouse tonight. Good night, my hobos, rest your vagabond heads on your old knapsack pillows, in your gunny sack beds. For a few stolen hours, you'll be alright. My hobo's sleeping in the roundhouse tonight. Well, they hired a new man to work as a guard. Every morning at sunrise, he checks out the yard. But for now I won't trust him, though he seems pretty nice. 'Cause I got hobos sleeping in the roundhouse tonight. Good night, my hobos, rest your vagabond heads on your old knapsack pillows, in your gunny sack beds. For a few stolen hours, you'll be alright. My hobo's sleeping in the roundhouse tonight. Well, I asked my Savior, what should I do? If I'm caught helping hobos, my job could be through. And I heard the answer so clear and so bright. Are my hobos sleeping in your roundhouse tonight? Good night, my hobos, rest your vagabond head on your old knapsack pillows in your gunny sack bed. For a few stolen hours, you'll be alright. My hobo's sleeping in the roundhouse tonight. For a few stolen hours, you'll be alright. My hobo's sleeping in the roundhouse tonight. Good night, boys. All right. We're going to do, Kate's going to do a song she hasn't done yet this year.
I don't think I have.
I don't think you have. It's a song hers is not recorded. We did have it on a earlier version of it on a pre-release thing, and so it's going to be different once it's recorded again. She's changed some of the lyrics. I heard a great story on NPR today about the Wichita linemen that Jimmy Webb wrote and Glenn Campbell recorded. And Glenn Campbell had become really famous and had a TV show, and he's like one of the most popular session musicians, people who play on albums and played bass and guitar on many, many, many albums and hit songs. And so Jimmy Webb, Glenn Campbell, he had a big hit with By the Time I Get to Phoenix, which Jimmy Webb wrote. So he and his manager called up Jimmy Webb and said, hey, we need another song. We need a follow-up for that one. So he started working on Wichita Linemen. And he did a rough draft. He thought, well, I don't want to finish it until I find out if he likes where I'm going with it. So he packed it up in an envelope, and they were pestering him during that same day to get it done. And so later in the day, he mailed it to him and never heard back. And he was kind of crestfallen, and he thought, well, I guess they didn't like it. That's what happens. You know, you connect with a song or you don't. And he ran into Glenn Campbell at another studio a few months later, and he goes, oh, yeah, sorry about that I sent you that unfinished Wichita Lineman song. He says, Wichita Lineman? He goes, yeah, it wasn't, you know, I put a note on there to tell you it wasn't finished, you know, I just want to know if you like the direction I'm going. And he says, well, we already cut it. And he goes, yeah, but he said, I told you it wasn't finished. And Glenn Campbell says, it is now. And that's the version that everybody knows. And I remember reading Jimmy Webb's book, Toonsmith. It was a very big influence on me as a songwriter. And in there, he talks about that song, about how there's some things in it he wish he could change, but he can't. And that's okay, because the checks have been coming. So I'm going to switch over and grab the mandolin now for the first time this season. And I'm not going to play it much, so don't get your hopes up.
So this song is called Girl. Where are you going in this world, girl? I see you downtown, I see you waiting for that bus. There you are with your little ones and another on the way. You look at me, do you think I've got it made? Well, I was once you, girl, I was waiting for that bus. But I looked up to the skies and I saw the birds fly. Saw the birds flying, girl. Saw the birds fly, girl. Saw the birds fly, girl. I saw the birds fly. You live on the south side of town. Your doors stay locked, but inside it's warm and clean. Dinner on the table. Well, I might look put together to you, but I've lived hard, love. Still I look up to the heavens and I thank the Lord above. Thank the Lord above, girl. Thank the Lord above, girl. Thank the Lord above, girl. I thank the Lord above. night falls and the workday ends. You make a cup of tea and you check the locks again. You turn the lights down low, story time begins, and you wish them sweet dreams, kiss them goodnight, tuck them in. Tuck them in, girl. Tuck them in, girl. Tuck them in, girl. Tuck them in. Wish them sweet dreams. Kiss them goodnight. Tuck them in. Tuck them in.
I'll work on the rest of the song someday.
So it's hard to tell. I'm going to ask you all again about volume because sometimes I'm right here and sometimes I'm back here. But just let us know. We're also trying to talk into the mic when we talk. We got notes about that.
Yes, we are.
Previous Monday night get-togethers. So just let us know. So we'll just dedicate this next song. We have a lovely couple in town in Duluth. Steve and Margie, it's when we're playing at venues, if they happen to come in, we always do this song for them. It's very fun. It's David Francis, Tonight in My Dreams. I'm going to go get a shaker. Do you have one anywhere?
You better get a script too.
There's one. For you, Steve and Margie.
Tell me, baby, would it be alright? Would it be alright if I saw you tonight? If I saw you tonight, saw you tonight in my dreams? Tell me, baby, would it be okay? We can get back home by the break of day. If I saw you tonight in my dreams. I ain't no liar, we can get higher than heaven above. I'm telling you, baby, it's true, this must be love. We can go out carrying on, just dancing till dawn with the radio on. If I saw you tonight in my dreams. We could be dancing to a radio tune, I'll kiss you all night by the light of the moon. If I saw you tonight in my dreams. I ain't no liar, we can get higher than heaven above. I'm telling you, baby, it's true, this must be love. Tell me, baby, would it be alright? Would it be alright if I saw you tonight? If I saw you tonight in my dreams? If I saw you tonight in my dreams. All right. Steve and Margie, sitting in a tree.
We're dedicating this next song to Linda and Pete. I will probably have this on every set list. It's one of my most favorite songs. It's Bill's song, Weightless. It was on the title cut of his very first CD that I purchased. So this is on our set tonight, and it's Weightless.
Actually, this is thanks to Jimmy Webb for this song. Because I was reading his
Right.
book, and I was already writing the song, and I was reading his book, and he had talked about how you can take old hymns and do it in melody inversions of the melody lines that you like. And I did that in the part of this song, the B part of every verse, and it worked. And nobody ever can guess which hymn it is, but there it is. Mm-hmm. And thanks to Jimmy Webb for that tip, which he got from Elton John.
Really?
Yeah, Elton
right.
John did that
Yeah,
with Bernie
yeah.
Taupin's poems.
Yeah.
He would
Go to the hymn book.
Go to the hymn book and look for
Right.
poems that had the same cadence as the poem.
Hymns
and,
that had the same
hymns.
cadence.
What'd I say?
You said poems.
Hymns. Hymns that had the same cadence as Bernie Taupin's poems. And so I did that during part of this song, and it worked out quite well. When I was 9, I got a pony. I brushed and rode him every day. But in my teens, I got distracted. I knew my dad would haul the hay. I was gone when Daddy sold him, hanging downtown every day. Another kid would feed and ride him. What we don't love will surely slip away. I used to dream that I was weightless. I'd just push off, take to flight. But that was all before the hurtin' wrapped its weight around my night. Now my feet are firmly planted. The sailing ship stays anchored in the bay. I still recall those dreams, but knowing the memories will fade and slip away. Slip away. The memories will fade and slip away. Slip away. The memories will fade and slip away. I always thought that I could fix it, but there it's shattered on the floor. Its shape is gone, I don't remember what part goes where now anymore. Everyone thought ours was lovely, and around so long it's bound to stay. But we both knew its days were numbered. We lost our grip, let it slip away. Slip away. We lost our grip, let it slip away. Slip away. Lost our grip, let it slip away. I used to dream that I was weightless. I'd just push off and take to
Thank you, Linda and Pete. I love that song
Thank you.
as well. Let's see.
I was-
We're actually. Oh,
Yeah, we're getting
go
close to being done here.
ahead.
I
I'm
thought
gonna go grab a pick.
I would. I went up to the cemetery and at my folks' graves and you know, I started thinking about my mom and dad and the things that some of the stuff they told me. My dad had a saying was when he was dealing with somebody who's kind of an idiot, he'd say, "Well, you know, there's dead wood in every forest." I'll let you guys laugh that one over for a little while. And then another time he told me something I'll never forget. He said, "Think a little bit." So I did. My mom, one time, I heard her saying, "Gosh darn it, Bob." Bob is my brother. That was the worst thing I heard my mom ever say. She was very nurturing. They didn't really mean to beat you up, you know.
Yeah. I remember my brother and I used to have some fights.
They were just punching in the air, and you happened to be there. Well, on the ground, you know, and they kept punching on the ground.
Well, I would like to send some love to Lane and Julie, and for your Zasu.
Oh yeah.
So that's
Hard to lose a pet.
very, very, very hard. And we just are saying this right now, live with you, just so you know we're here and we're thinking of you. It's hard to lose a pet, and so Zasu.
When I was going through the pictures today, travel pictures, I found pictures from our West Coast tour a couple years ago, and it was the year that we lost our dog Perry. And I found pictures of Kate did a concert that night, and it was really hard. I mean, she just did amazing how she pulled herself together and did that. He wasn't with us. He was back home, and we learned that he had to get put down that day, and it was a tough time. And just the right people were in our paths, and we also found the right Starbucks to escape to when we needed to, and it all worked out. We were home a week later, and we went a year and a half almost without any dogs, and now we got 2 of them. The first time in my life I think I've had 2 dogs. How about you?
Right.
Yeah.
We're sending you, Lane and Julie, some love, okay? So.
I didn't mean to interrupt that.
No,
I
it's okay.
thought you were done. Actually,
No, it's okay. It's a really tough time. So we just want to be with you right now. We also have some requests. This last song is requested by Melissa.
Yep.
And Heidi. Heidi, this is for you and Art. And Melissa, for you and John. And Bob and Cheryl, always.
I'm going to try to play harmonica on this.
Are you?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, why not?
Yeah, why not? Now, folks, you'll have to bear with me. You know, we're not saving the best for last, I'll tell you that right now.
Bill decided to order this harmonica in the key that goes with All I Want to Do Is Love You.
I'm not a guy that's got a case full of harmonicas, because I only play on 2 songs other than this one.
Can you actually play your guitar and do harmonica at the same time and sing?
I'm not going to sing one.
I don't know how this is going to work out, but we'll see. Okay.
So, we'll see. Well, if I suck at it, I'm halfway there, right?
Right. Are these things tight?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
All set?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready? All I want to do is love you, and in your arms is where I want to be. All I want to do is love you. Darling, your love has set me free. Take it.
You are the key to my diary. With you all my secrets are safe. You are the pages giving me a place where I can reveal all of me. All I want to do is love you, and in your arms where I want to be.
All I want to do is love you. Darling, your love has set me free.
Take it, Bill.
You are my final destination. The reason I walk down this narrow road. I see the sign telling me you're mine. You make it easy knowing which way to go. All I want to do is love you, and in your arms is where I want to be. All I want to do is love you. Darling, your love has set me free.
Solo break? tend to you each day. You take it in, the sun, the wind, and the rain, and you don't hold back. That's love.
All I wanna do is love you. In your arms where I wanna be. All I wanna do is love you.
Do that again.
Darling, your love has set me free.
Take us out.
Like that?
Yeah, just like that.
Oh my.
Thank you for being with
Ain't
us.
no
It
turning
went by
for it.
quickly, I think. We will see you next week. In the meantime, I hope you're all doing well. It's everyone has different ways of dealing with this, and we are happy to share Monday nights with you. So thanks for being with us.
And I want to thank you for financially supporting our music, just like you would at a regular, like a house concert, with a donation. And we're very much grateful for that. And it's enabled us to buy a little better equipment than we started out with just a cell phone on a stand. And remember, the focusing was going like, whoa, whoa, people were getting seasick. And so now we're kind of getting more stable now and getting the sound kind of dialed in.
And then we stopped drinking after that. Just kidding.
Yeah. And I started cooking now. And so I think that's all we got for now. We'll go on and continue to answer the questions you have and that kind of thing, but we won't have the live video going anymore. And it might be fun sometime to do a Zoom meeting afterwards.
That would be.
Yeah,
We could see all your faces.
Yeah, we could do like a Zoom CD table where everybody comes and talks to us.
That'd be fun. Let's think about that.
Next week, let's try that.
Yeah.
And so I think that's all we got, right?
Yeah.
Anything else new that's new?
Gosh.
We're going to be doing a video for, there's a wonderful place over by Hayward, Wisconsin called Homestead Farm, and it's the Farmstead Creamery. And we were scheduled to play there in the middle of June. And of course, they had to cancel all that. And so what they've been asking the musicians to do is to record 2 30-minute sets and then send them to them. And then they'll mix them in with, it's like we're there. And then now during our break, they're going to do a little farm tour and show you the chickens and the turkey and stuff like that. I think it was a turkey. And no, I was the turkey. That's right. And so we're going to record that sometime in the next week. And we could just record it live, too. We just would be talking to the Farmstead people instead of to you. And so I thought, well, maybe we can just use this one. But then I thought, no, we're saying hi to everybody that's watching, and they wouldn't know what we're talking about. And so we'll put together a special set list for that. And we played it last year for the first time, and it's wonderful. They have a big wood-fired pizza place, and people come buy pizzas, and they're musicians, too, and they understand us. And it's just, we just love the place.
Yeah,
and,
the pizzas are fabulous.
Yep, and so I think that's, so sometime this week, maybe we'll do it during the day so the England people can watch during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll
So
look at that.
I was joking about the drinking. I was saying like that we were that we were like this, you know. That's why I made that joke.
We were actually
That we were like falling down and
focus,
like
it wasn't a
jerking
focusing
like
problem.
this. Yeah.
Like
So
jerking.
that was the joke, but just in case anybody's wondering, no.
No, I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna have a little drink right now.
All right.
After we're done here. So I think that's it. Thanks so much for being here, everybody.
Thank you for being with us. Have a good week. We look forward to seeing you soon. And we'll be thinking about you. And we'll look at the notes.